Hi guys, it's Abu here again. So I thought I'd make an impromptu video. I'm shooting this in my conservatory. Over the last week I've been travelling up to the north of England to deal with my student property. The academic year is over and now we're doing a minor refurb. For the first time in about 11 months I visited that property, so I got to see what the property looked like, the condition that the students left it in. So I'm going to put some video footage now of me going up to Middlesbrough so you can take a look at that. The other thing also is that I'm due to complete the purchase of the property up in Darlington. I've made quite a few videos about that property and how we managed to eventually buy it, the difficulties encountered, but we should be completing the purchase of that probably in the next 10 days or so. And once I get the keys, I'll be visiting the property with the contractor and we'll come up with a schedule of works, etc. There's already a schedule of works for the student let as well, so that refurbishment is going to be taking place. Also, I don't think I've ever discussed the finances involved in the student let, so I'll probably put some information which relate to the finances as to how much money I'm actually getting from it. It'll give you a good idea as to whether or not it's worth buying property in Middlesbrough student let. I actually think that it is, so I'll go through that as well. So enjoy the footage of me travelling up to Middlesbrough and of the student let, which has been vacated by the students, and over the coming weeks I'll definitely post up some videos of how the refurbishment is going for the student let as well as the Darlington property as well. Anyway, I'll let you watch the rest of the video. Here we are at King's Cross. The journey started out quite early in the morning. I think I left home at around 6 AM. I was at King's Cross at around 7 AM. And once I was on the train, here we've got the Emirates Stadium for those Arsenal fans out there. They'll know what that is. So we're heading up north. We're going from London and we're going to make multiple stops. Long journey, and this is Peterborough, I think. And we've departed there. We continue our journey up north, and this is Newark Northgate, I think. We're continuing our journey up. This is the same train, by the way. This is LNER that takes us there. And the next stop, I think, was Doncaster. Doncaster is actually a major interchange. A lot of people buy properties in Doncaster, but the issue that I have with Doncaster is that it is a flood risk. And then, although I didn't show it there, the next stop after that was York, where I changed. York is a university town, very nice place, but properties are expensive and the ROI isn't so great. So after I made the change, 4.5 hours after I departed London, I finally arrived in Middlesbrough. There you go, Middlesbrough. So I'm now going to show you some footage of what I saw when I entered the property, and I'm also going to put up some pictures of what that particular area of the property looked like when I left it 11 months ago in pristine condition, so you can see how the students have treated the property, whether there's been degradation, how dirty it was. You'll see how it compares. This is what the hallway looked like when I left it after the refurb 11 months ago, and this is what the property looks like now when I viewed it 11 months later. So you can see the property looks dirty, the carpets look dirty, but other than that it looks pretty much the same as it was. Now we're going into the first bedroom, ground floor bedroom. This is what it looked like, very clean, and this is what it looks like now. Don't worry about the mattress being overturned, that's something that we did just to do all the checks. The bedroom looks alright to me. There's no inherent damage. It just looks dirty. It's as simple as that. The tenants haven't done a good cleaning. So all the bedding and everything gets taken out. That mattress is going to be thrown out. Bed needs to be repainted. That will be done. Wardrobe looks good. Yeah, everything looks good to me. The carpets are going to be changed, by the way. So now we walk into the TV room. That's the before picture. That's what it looked like when I left it 11 months ago. It all looked pristine when it was new. And this is what it looks like now. So again, there's not much degradation. It's just a bit dirtier, that's all. We're going to be bringing it up to scratch. We're going to refurbish it, refresh it. Everything still works. Here's another picture of what it looked like. Again, pristine, clean. This is what it looks like now. Yeah, it looks alright to me. The tenants rolled up the carpet. They didn't like the rug that I put down, so that's okay. Now we walk to the kitchen. This is what the kitchen looked like before. So 11 months ago, this is what the kitchen looked like. Clean, everything in its place. And now, once again, it's a bit dirtier, but nothing particularly damaged or broken. The oven is ridiculously dirty. They've never cleaned it in 11 months, and that's going to be a job to get that clean. But other than that, everything looks good. We're going to be buying a new microwave. The microwave oven got absolutely filthy. Get a new microwave as well. But other than that, it looks good. And this is the staircase, so we're going upstairs now. Again, the carpet's dirty, but no inherent damage. And now we're entering the bathroom. This was refurbed last year, so you're seeing pictures of what it looked like last year. It all looked nice, and this is what it looks like now. Again, just a bit dirtier, but there is slight degradation, namely because it's a bathroom, so it's going to get used up. This is what it looked like before. This is what it looks like now. Nothing inherently needs to be changed. Just a good clean. The bathtub and the wash basin need to be silicone sealed, but apart from that, nothing else. So now we walk into the spare bedroom. Right, this bedroom is interesting because we had 2 tenants last time, so this became a spare room. And now we've got the 3rd tenant in, so this one is going to have a lot of cash spent on it. I've already ordered lots of furniture, lots of furnishing, stuff like that, new carpet, new curtains. This is going to have a lot of money spent on it. And again, this is what it looks like now. This is what it currently looks like. So it hasn't really changed much, to be honest. And the tenants were using this as a storeroom. All looks fine to me. It's ready to be refurbed and kitted out. This is the ensuite bedroom, and this is what it looked like before. And this is now what it looks like after. Just some bedding over there. The furniture is still in good nick. The tenants did move around the furniture, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. Everything looks good. The carpet's going to be changed. I think the bed needs to be repainted. Again, this is a before photo. This is how I handed it over to them. That's what it looked like. And this is what it looks like now. So you can see they've moved the furniture around. But again, I'm happy with the condition. They haven't degraded it. It still looks good. I haven't got no problems with that. Getting a new notice board there. And that's the ensuite shower room. Again, everything looks fine to me. The soap dish you saw on the left hand side, that's come out a little, so that's going to be put back in. Okay, so now we move on to the numbers. So the financials, numbers, this is what it's all about, property investing. Right, so the first thing we've got is the purchase price, £55,000, that's how much the property cost. Then we move on to the outgoings. Outgoings are £35,000 in total. I've written down the deposit, purchase costs, refurb costs, furniture. You can pause the screen, look at that later, but it all comes up to £35,000. Then next we have the monthly income, which is in the form of rent. That's £822 a month. Then we've got the monthly outgoings, that comes to £308 per month. Again, there's a full breakdown underneath, you can pause it and you can analyse it. Then you have the net monthly income, that's the monthly income minus the monthly outgoings, and that gives you the net monthly income, and that's £514. I've calculated the return on investment, which is at around 16.2%. That's based on 11 months rent, because for this student rental we had an 11-month contract, not a 12-month contract. Now I just want to make a note. If we look at the outgoings, the total startup cash, the outgoings were £35,000. This was my first ever purchase, and the way that I did the financing for this property was basically all wrong. I should have used a bridging loan and then refinanced after the refurbishment was done. Had I done that, the return on investment would have been close to around 20%. Right, so that summarises it. So that's basically the first year, roughly 16.2% ROI for the first year. Now this coming year I am doing another refresh. That refresh is probably going to cost me around £3,000, maybe £4,000, and the benefit of that is that we're getting a third tenant. So in the first year we could only get 2 tenants, and that was because of COVID-19. It caused all sorts of problems for me. This year we're going to have 3 tenants, and the monthly income is going to be somewhere in the region of around £950. And the outgoings will probably be an extra £50 per month. So we'll earn an extra, I'd probably say about £100 a month extra. So for those of you who are thinking of buying a HMO, this is a student HMO. This is actually a very good way of getting cash flow, if cash flow is what's important to you. So, what next? Well, after the refurbishment of the student let is completed, and that'll be roughly in 2 weeks, I'll upload a video showing the finished product, so you'll see how we went from immediately after the tenants had left to the point where it's now ready to be let out to the next set of students. The tenants will be due to move in roughly, I think, 3 or 4 days after the refurb is completed. And let's not forget about the property in Darlington, which I've talked about for the last few weeks, and whose purchase was completed only a few days ago, so that's quite exciting for me. I've never viewed or visited this property, so make sure you watch my next video, which will show me visiting it for the very first time. So let's hope that there are no shocks in store. I've put a link to the full playlist for the Darlington property purchase, how I found the property, how I purchased it, and any problems that I overcame, and that playlist link is in the description. So that's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss my next upload, which will document my visit to the Darlington property for the first time. And then in 2 weeks, the refurb for the student let will be complete, at which point I'll post a video of that too. So hit the subscribe button, people, so that you don't miss these 2 videos. I want to document my progress through the property business so that you can follow it, and if it helps you, you can actually use it to copy what I'm doing, and maybe that might be of help to you. So thanks for watching, guys. Until the next video.